everybody, and welcome back to 'Cause I Said So, your favorite mother-daughter podcast.
Hello, Alex.
Good morning, Mom.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
We're recording, I love recording the day that it comes out because it feels so, relative.
It does feel relative.
Like it's Wednesday morning, this comes out Wednesday night.
That is the day of.
That's the day of. What have you been up to?
Well, your dad recently visited me. He's
my boomer move.
Oh, he is your boomer
As
move.
a whole.
Okay.
He just, in general, is my whole entire boomer move.
The one thing he does, and I don't even try to correct him anymore, is he's like, Kim, when you're at Barstools, you have to do this. And it's like every time he says Barstool, it's Barstools.
Barstools with an S.
And I'm like, I don't even want to correct it because it's so funny.
No, it's cute. Barstool's Sports. My favorite was Dad has this he doesn't mean it in a one-upping way at all. But I knew, so he came to watch me spar as he wanted to, and I texted and I said, it's going to be really hot down there. You will automatically sweat in the basement. And Graham and I were laughing because I was like, I guarantee you. I remember when I used to say growing up, I'd be like, oh, my job's hard. And he'd be like, well, back in the day. And I'd be like, okay.
He would never say back in the day. He was like, Alex, when I was younger, that's not hard. This is what we did.
Do you know what I was doing when I was 25? And I'm like, okay. So I knew when I said it was hot down there, I was like, he will have some other story of when he's been hotter.
He was working out on a rig and it was 112.
He had to get his car towed the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And so I sit down beside him after I'm done sparring, and I'm like every part of my body is profusely sweating. If you're just standing down there,
no, I was drenched.
Yeah, and I was working out for 2 hours, and I sit beside him, and I'm like, hot down here, huh? He's like, hot is having to get your car towed in 100-degree weather on black asphalt. You don't know hot. And I was like, you're right, Dad. I haven't met hot yet. I'm just you can't. I just knew I couldn't. I can't work harder than him. I can't work out harder than him. He just always.
He does think you guys are hard workers.
It's funny though. And I know he thinks that. That's why I can laugh about it. But yeah. I think it's cute.
That is cute.
Okay. Quick pause for a Mamitas ad before we do the boomer move. Okay. The real boomer move.
Okay.
Mamitas is the official mother drink of summer. Wouldn't you say?
I would say it was the official mother-daughter drink of summer.
I love that.
Yeah.
People keep tagging us in your Mamitas. Mm-hmm. It is made with real tequila. I think that's the key. A seltzer made with real tequila is...
I do think that's the key.
95 calories.
And low sugar.
Naturally gluten-free. Less than 1.5 grams of sugar. What are the flavors, Mom?
Mango, pineapple, Paloma, my favorite, and lime.
Spicy margarita.
And tequila sunrise.
That's right. Where can you get them?
At GoPuff, Jewel Osco, Target, Walmart.
And we will always link the store locator.
At drinkmamitas.com.
Drinkmamitas.com. Mm-hmm. You can pick up a variety pack. I think the variety packs are the best because we were Jordan and I were messing around drinking some the other day, and there's not a bad flavor.
No, there's not. So the thing I like about lime is I can use lime to make cocktails.
They actually, they have
a little cookbook or recipe book.
They have a video on TikTok right now, an Aperol Spritz with Mamitas. So I want you to make that. That would be good.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your boomer move of the week?
My boomer move is, I think I'm gullible.
What happened?
I believe people on the street when they ask for help. I don't know.
Every time?
No, but this time it made me really mad. So this guy in a, can I say wheelchair?
Yeah, you sure can. That would be.
It was kind of rain. It had rained, so there was a little water puddle. And he was on the other side of the water puddle where you go off the street onto the sidewalk. And he's like, can somebody help me get up on the sidewalk? Can somebody help me get up on the sidewalk? And this guy with this kid with his mom's like, Mom, should we stop? And she's like, no, keep walking. And I'm like, oh my God, no, dude. I looked at her. I go, should I go back and help him? And she was like, I don't know. I usually like to help people, but I don't think so. And I was like, no. And she goes, okay, I'll go with you.
That's nice.
Okay, so we both go back and we push him up over. And I'm thinking, I don't even know why the hell I'm pushing him. His arms work. Then when we get on the other side of it, he goes, okay, I'm headed up here to this store. Can you just push me there? And I'm like, hell no. Can you not roll this thing yourself? And he was like, yeah. He just wanted me to push him the rest of the way. He didn't even need help coming up the sidewalk.
Mom, his arms could have been tired. That's an absurd take. He's not asking you for money once you got up the sidewalk. He wanted physical help.
No, he was fine. He was like, I'm headed over here to this. Just push me there. No.
It's so much easier for you to push him than for him to push himself.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, we should probably cut that then.
No, it's fine. You can leave it in, but I think that
we were both like, what the hell? We're not going to push you into your grocery store?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have done it. This would happen to me.
Okay.
I was walking downtown, and a girl stopped me, and she was crying.
Oh no.
And she had her mask on, and she like pulled her mask away, and she had bruises on her face. And she said, "I'm in an abusive relationship, and I need like a $75 gift card to stay in a halfway house tonight." And I was like, got it. So we went inside, got the $75 gift card.
No.
I went on my way. I called Graham. I was like, I've done my random act of kindness. Good to go. Next week, saw the same girl, pulled aside her mask. And she said, and I was like, you got me.
How'd she get the bruises?
I don't know.
Think she just sits there and punches herself?
Or it's makeup. I don't know. Like, I was like, darn.
Wow, she's probably making some good money.
And she came back up to me and she was like, I'm in an abusive, and I was like, you got me last week. And she just didn't do anything. She just walked off. And I was like, ugh.
Okay,
But last week I went to the Dwayne Reed.
Uh-huh.
And I was in there really early, right when they opened, and this guy was helping me. And I mean, he took so much pride in his job. He like took my bag, organized everything. Like I could just tell this like 25-year-old kid.
Was he the guy that stands at the front with the like watch people suit?
No, he was behind. He was the cash register.
Oh, okay.
But he was loving his job.
Oh, that's good.
And I walked out of the store, and I was like something in me was like, we're going back in. And I was like, okay. Like, I couldn't stop it. And I was like, why fight a good... So I went back in, and I got a Domino's gift card, and I put it down. I was like, you like pizza? He's like, yeah. And I was like, load it. So he loaded it, and I just said, that's yours. And he just lit up, and he was like, I have kids. We're going to have a pizza party.
Oh, Alex, that was nice.
Yeah, but it was one of those moments where I couldn't not. Like, I was trying to walk to the subway. My feet were just like, we are turning around.
But he was an employee.
Yes. But it was just one of those things where, like, God was like, he wants a little help. And I was like,
well, that was nice. Way to listen.
Yeah, I couldn't not listen. So I was like, well, unlike you with your wheelchair. Get in there. Go on now.
I don't think I explained it very well because the girl was all in it with me.
There's no way you explained it well because in my head, you should have just pushed him to the grocery store.
No. He was, trust me, he was perfectly capable.
I believe that. I hope he was.
He was perfectly capable.
Okay,
because when I said that to him, he was like, okay, and then he went on
his way.
Yeah.
My boomer move, besides you being gullible, is Dad used Apple Pay.
Oh yeah, he was so excited
and called his first Uber.
Yeah.
I was like, he's like,
That is a big deal.
He's like, I gotta go to the subway. And I was like, okay. And he just stood there, and I was like, he's like, I don't have my wallet. And I was like, okay. And he's like, I think there's something that you do on here. I was like, okay. Do you need, like, I couldn't go with him. I was like, I don't have time to go with you. All you have to do, he's like, I don't even have Apple Pay on here. So I checked, and of course, I'm sure you had set it up because it was on there.
Yeah.
I said, just tap it on the thing. I thought for sure I was going to start getting phone calls that it wasn't working. But he sent the text. He said, I did my first Apple Pay.
Yeah, he was so excited.
I thought, way to go, Dad.
And thank God for the Uber deal because there's nothing worse than getting a call. Can you call me an Uber?
You would call his Ubers for him.
I've done it for you quite a few times also.
Yeah.
I don't have it on my account.
I have it now.
Oh, you do?
Now I have Graham's. I have Graham's account on mine, so we just share an account. Which I don't know why we do that.
Why wouldn't you do that all along?
I don't know, but I get in the car and they're like, Gaylord? I'm like, yep, that's me. It's my husband's first name. And I was like, yeah.
You look like a Gaylord. They're probably like, that's such a weird girl name.
I know. I'll get in there like, name? And I'm like, it's Gaylord.
Just call me Gay.
Just Gay for short. Lord,
Gay Bennett.
Lord in the middle. So, I know. Today, you have exciting guests on.
I do. I'm so excited.
So, Barstool's Most Dangerous Games is airing right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the first episode came out Sunday night. Second episode was last night. Tomorrow is the third episode. And you have on Tommy Smokes and Vibbs, who are on it.
Yes.
They were holding hands. I think they might have a slight alliance. They had to drink, like, bugs blended up. The show's doing phenomenal. It's so well produced. I'm like loving watching it.
I am too. It is really good.
Even if you're not caught up, go watch the first two and then listen to this.
Yeah.
Because I think that they give really cute answers.
If you want to go watch it, you go just to YouTube, not YouTube TV. You go to YouTube, right? Correct. Tell people where to go on YouTube.
I guarantee people know where to
go. Okay.
You can just type in Barstool's Most Dangerous Games and it'll pop up.
Okay.
You can just do that in your Google browser and it'll
pop up. Okay.
It'll pop up. What was I going to say? Oh, you're going to make them a drink.
Yes, it's called swamp water.
Because in the first episode, they drink literal blended up bugs in a milkshake. Just disgusting.
Yeah, I would have been right there with Vibbs, vomiting with the first. I mean, the minute he took the first sip, his face was like, bleh.
Oh, it had to have been terrible, and I'm sure they just pooped their brains out that night.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Drinking actual bugs shredded up.
I don't know why that would make you poop or do anything. Wouldn't it be fiber? Is that why it's going to make you
fiber?
poop?
Well, I don't know. I just think it would.
Gross.
Like, I just don't think your body wants like bugs.
No, but I don't know. I just couldn't drink it.
So you're making them swamp water in honor of that, but the swamp water is actually going to be good, right?
Yes.
It's like a cocktail.
It'll be like the cocktail of the week. It is really good.
Okay, good. You're going to put bugs in it.
I put bugs in theirs, but you don't have to put bugs in yours.
I like that. Okay. So
I wish I put, yeah. I wish I had some real bugs.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't. They already did that, but they're probably, we should make you, if anything, we should make you drink blended up bugs. They've already done it.
I'm never going to do that.
Me either. I would never. I would forfeit immediately.
I would too. To be it.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm completely done.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? This has been happening to me, but
you're becoming a boomer.
No, I'm just getting hit in the head a lot. I think.
Alex, that's good.
No, it's fine. It's like it's
no.
Okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like football sacks. It's different than that.
That's good.
Yeah, it's definitely.
You have a helmet on in football though.
I'm wearing a helmet.
But you don't get to wear one when you really fight.
No, but that's fine. That's gonna be 3 minutes of my life.
Really? 3 minutes?
Yep.
Are there 3 minute? 3 minutes?
Amateur boxing is 3 one-minute rounds.
Okay.
I'm training.
I'm very proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. I'm training in 3-minute rounds. So when I get there, I box for 9 minutes and I get a minute in between. But at the real Rough N Rowdy, it'll be 3 1-minute rounds with a minute in between.
That's going to feel like nothing.
I hope that's the idea.
Yeah.
Is I can unload on her.
Well, I bet. So the whole time that you're just going like you're boxing, are your arms just exhausted? Like by the time you get through? I mean, mentally, you're having to guard yourself and hit and move your feet.
Physically, I am in shape.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strong enough, and I can do physical things. It is completely 100% mental for me because I get a little scared.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but I'll be over that. I'm already more over it. The first time I sparred, I turned around, I was crying.
Yeah.
But now, when I go in there, I'm fine. You do it once, you get over it.
Yeah, once or twice.
Yeah.
Like getting hit, I think would be just bizarre.
It is bizarre. It's weird. It's weird to get hit and then to know you have to hit the other person. With my opponent, who I now know my opponent, I can't talk to her at all. I'm just going to have to stare at her. Because this is the thing about it. She's going to want to kick my butt, and I'm going to have to kick her butt first.
Yes.
It's just going to have to be the way it is.
And what'd you say? So you're not going to talk to her because what? That puts a personality?
I can't speak to her. I can't know she's human in any way.
Yeah.
Because we're both in the ring with the same goal, so I'm just going to be
So when you go do weigh-ins, you don't say, oh, hi, nice to meet you?
I didn't say anything. I'm just going to stare at her. I think it was Mike Tyson that said I stare at my opponents, and the whole time I just stare, and when they break eye contact with me is when I know I can beat them. Because they're
well, I think we should cut this.
If she listens to the podcast, good. I'm going to kick your ass.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not scared of her. She can listen. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so without further ado, welcome to the show, Tommy Smokes and Vibbs.
Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. I know you're very busy.
Especially
thanks for having us.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start it off with that little icebreaker.
Hell yeah.
I have a couple of questions.
Okay.
And if you don't get it, you have to drink your swamp water.
I like
What is
this.
that?
What is in the swamp water?
Swamp water.
Okay.
It's really swamp
Is
water.
that the only description we're getting?
That's
I see
it.
some gummy worms.
What swamp did you drain this out of?
Is this going to upset my tummy? It's too early to have an upset tummy.
It's got a little melon.
Ooh, I can taste the melon. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to be like a no-nonsense fun drink person. I was like a whiskey guy.
It's actually pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah?
But now I love fun drinks.
You do?
Yeah.
For real?
The other day you made those fun cookies. I
Yeah?
used to be like a straight-up chocolate chip guy, but
Oh, you
stuff
like
is fun
those.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're loosening
Thank
it
you.
up.
Yeah, thanks, Content Kim.
I'm just
I used to be a
listening you
grumpy
up.
old man.
I actually think this is kind of tasty.
It's really good, I thought.
Oh, okay. I thought it was maybe supposed to be bad.
Well, I'm
was
not
like-
mean. I just wanted it to look mean.
Gotcha.
This
Okay.
isn't lowering the bar.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. Okay. What product was Mr. Owl an icon for?
Mr. Owl?
Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl. Oh, Tootsie Pops.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You know that?
Yeah, he's got like a British accent, right? How many licks does it take to get
Is
to
this
the
a
center?
free-for-all for both? Like,
Well,
both
I
of us
don't
should
know.
take
I
a
hadn't
turn?
thought that through yet.
Okay.
So,
I thought you said
Let's do a
Mr. Owl.
competition.
yeah, so you didn't get it, so you have to take a sip.
All right, well,
Okay, can you guys name all of the 7 castaways on Gilligan's Island?
no.
No? Try.
Gilligan.
Uh-huh.
Captain. Does that count?
The skipper. Okay, I give you that. Yeah.
Miss something.
Uh-huh.
Miss Daisy? No. Kerrigan? Nancy Kerrigan? I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't they have a
Now you
catchy
both
theme?
have to drink.
Do they have a
Okay.
catchy theme song?
Yeah, well, yeah. Gilligan, the skipper to Thurston Howell the Third, Mrs. Howell, Ginger Grant, the professor, and Marianne. And Marianne, yeah, she was
was a looker.
cute. Ginger was the looker, really, though.
Oh, never
okay, now
mind.
this one I can't wait to know if you all know because no one in here did. What famous athlete was Brooke Shields married to?
Brooke Shields?
Yes, you know who she is, right?
Bruce
Yeah.
Jenner?
No. Was it
Back in the day?
Was it the tennis player?
Yes. What was his name? I'll give you a hint.
Decker? No.
No,
Andre Agassi?
There is no Decker. Is there?
I don't
Brooklyn
know.
Decker was married.
Not Brooke. I don't know.
What'd you say?
Andre Agassi?
Yes, very good.
I thought Andre, the bald guy. I didn't think it was the bald guy. I thought it was the next generation after him. I can't remember what his name was.
Oh, I said long hair. He was bald.
Yeah. Well, he had hair for a while, I think.
And it
I
was
think he had a
long,
pretty
and then he was
solid
bald.
head of hair, and
Yeah.
then he went bald. Yeah.
He's
That's
just
how
the
it goes.
only old tennis player that I know, I think.
Him
And we
and
have
the-
the same birthday.
Him and
Wait.
the guy that bitches about the.
Who has the same birthday?
Me and Andre Agassi.
Damn.
It's
You
really
mean
not
year
that
and everything?
cool.
No,
No,
he's a lot
come
older
on.
than you.
Yeah. Tommy
I had
is
to
a
ask that.
50-year-old man.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are both on the Most Dangerous Game Show, and I watched it last night, and you survived.
We did.
You did. Okay, so I have a couple of questions around that show. First of all, what's it like being on the show? Was it fun? Did you all enjoy it, or was it like?
It was less fun, I'd say, in the moment. I mean,
Yeah.
depends on the stuff. I'm not a big outdoors person, not a big camper. I don't like bugs or anything like that. I would have much rather been inside watching TV. But I do like the strategy of all of it. So in that sense, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, reality shows is just Tommy's wet dream. Like Tommy
I know,
loves
it
the
is.
strategy and doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So go ahead.
I hate the strategy and doing that and being on a reality show. I thought there was gonna be more outdoorsy stuff. Like I thought we'd be like chopping down trees in our spare time and stuff like that. But there wasn't too much of that.
No.
It was just kind of
Challenges
and
strategy.
sitting around and strategy.
So
yeah.
knowing that about Tommy, you got to kick off the very first person, and you kicked off Billy and not Tommy. Why was that?
Correct. Yeah, because strategy.
That was-
I think the easy thing to do, and everyone's like, "Oh, get Tommy off first." Oh yeah, it's like yeah, Tommy is a very strong person. You want to get Tommy off first, but in that situation, I had it down between Tommy and Billy. And Billy was the one at camp telling everyone, we got to get Vibbs off next. So you have to eliminate the immediate threat that's trying to get you out. Because if I vote off Tommy, now I'm the target, and everyone's kind of coming towards me. So I decided to keep Tommy around, let him distract everybody. Everybody go for Tommy instead of exposing myself.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think the show showed just how annoying Billy Football was to be around.
There
at
was a
camp for,
lot of
like, a
editing
day or
around
two.
Billy. Like I tried to be really nice about it, but Billy was on another level. Like,
He was.
We were not talking to Billy Football at a certain point. We were talking to Berserker Billy. We were not talking. We were talking to a different person.
He seemed pretty confident he was going to be on. Like he was shocked when he got kicked off.
His lack of self-awareness that week is pretty remarkable.
Is that? Yeah, I haven't seen him to ask him about that. That's too funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Was there someone else really annoying, or was that about it?
That's about it. Yeah. Billy,
Everyone else was good?
When it's the first elimination, it's like people are just looking for something to stand out. And Billy was just off the charts standing out, you know?
I'm a big Survivor fan, and that always happens on Survivor. There's one person, or the first episode, who tries to be the camp leader. Everybody go do this, go chop this wood, go build this shelter. It's like without fail. You always think, oh, people will learn eventually. Just don't be that person. And every year, there's that one person, and in our show, it was Billy Football.
Okay.
I don't like the fact that Tommy gets a reputation as a snake. I think that's just an overused term.
That who does? That Tommy does, yeah.
Tommy just like snakes. He does
I
the
keep my
strategy
word.
of the game.
That's the thing is I don't. Even if you look at surviving Barstool, the three people I was closest with were Nick, Brianna, and Kelly Keegs, and we were the final four. So it's not like I'm like immediately giving someone my word and then and then just backstabbing them right away.
Right, you can work with Tommy. He's not just a complete wild card.
But you do put a lot of thoughts in people's heads because I watched Surviving
I'd like to
Barstool,
plant
and
seeds.
you were playing the game pretty good.
I like to plant seeds. Yeah.
I think a snake is just someone who looks someone directly in the eyes and is like, yeah, you're safe, and then cuts them right next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you're strategizing and you're talking, and yeah, I think that's my opinion.
Okay, so since you love to play games so much and you're really good at them in the competitions, what would be your ultimate win? Like what game would you play?
Survivor, actual Survivor.
The real actual Survivor?
Yeah, it's my ultimate dream.
One of the guys on setting up the challenges and helping out with the challenges worked on Survivor and calls Jeff Probst just Jeff. So he was.
I was talking his ear off.
Really?
I was like, you gotta help me. You gotta help me. You gotta help me.
One of the guys that did this show this time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did the
Yeah.
original Survivor?
There were the people on the show. One of the things that they kept trying to say was, one of the production people did the Marvel Avengers. They just kept throwing that out there, like, this crew worked on Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
But Marvel Avengers, they had Survivor, they had the Challenge, MTV Real World.
That's
a bunch of
fun.
backgrounds. So
Yeah.
they were legit. I don't know. They were legit
Reality
professionals.
show
I don't know if we can share. This is a funny moment.
Okay.
When we first pull up to the first challenge and we're all just sitting in the cars and Sass grabs a walkie-talkie and just yells into the walkie-talkie, "Mayday! Mayday!" and the entire crew freaked out because they someone came up and was like, "Listen, these people deal with pyrotechnics. They deal with lifts. This is real shit. This isn't a game." And it was just
Oh my gosh.
Little Sass, it was just a joke. Mayday. Little Sass, Mayday is the only word I know.
No.
As if Sass was in actual trouble, he'd be yelling Mayday.
Yeah,
he would
right?
just be screaming, help!
Yeah. It was. I felt bad for Little Sass getting done, but we all thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was
a very
fun.
good
Oh my
time. It was a
gosh.
good icebreaker to start off the challenge with Little Sass getting in trouble.
Okay, so besides Billy, who would be the one person on the show you would never want to camp with again? Was there someone that you were like, okay, buck up? Him?
Probably Tommy.
Don't be a big baby.
Just Tommy complaining about ticks 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was very afraid of ticks. I brought my. I went to a camping store the weekend before, and I was all right. I gotta load up on stuff. I just walked away with 3 bottles of tick spray, basically, and just applied it every day, every layer of my body.
Why are you
ticks
so-
are a real. Ticks are a problem.
They are, but why are you so afraid of them? Because the disease you're going to get from them? Yeah.
I don't like bugs in general. Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, that's pretty scary. I'd be more afraid of a snake, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you see any snakes?
Ticks though, or
No?
Tommy's not afraid of snakes. He's not. He's
ticks though. There's you can't really see a tick coming. I guess is the.
You
Yeah.
can't see a tick coming. They're really tiny. You can't even see them when they're there sometimes. Okay, so Vibbs, your show that you do, you challenge everybody to eat really disgusting things. And now you're on the other side of that.
Okay.
No,
All right. I thought you had something. Just the swamp water.
No, just
All
the
right.
swamp water. Yeah, I put some bugs in there for you.
Good protein.
Good protein.
Yep.
Yeah. So tell me what it's like being on the other side of that, because you didn't really succeed at that.
Yeah, no, I
love this.
That's me dry heaving. It doesn't upset me, but I don't understand when people are like, "Oh, Vibbs eats weird stuff all the time. He's really good at it."
Yeah.
No, I'm really bad at it. I just do it over and over and over and over again, and the show works because it's a funny reaction.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not good at it. But it's stunk because you're sitting there and you can't get out of it. You're forced to do
Pinkies
it.
up.
Yeah.
And Tommy's drinking it like it's milkshake.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense given the rest of my personality and how afraid I am of ticks.
Yeah.
But for eating and drinking gross stuff, it was lowering the bar tournament. I don't have a problem with. Because I basically deep down I'm like, all right, they wouldn't be giving us something that can actually kill us. Whether it's Vibbs, whether it's this, they're not going to give us something that can actually hurt us or kill us. So it's just a bad taste, and then you just got to go mind over matter and just get it down.
Yeah.
Ticks could actually kill you.
Yeah.
That's in there
Silent
lies the
killers.
difference.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if there's someone from Barstool Sports you'd want to go camping with after you've been out here camping, anyone you'd want to go with that wasn't on the show?
That wasn't on the show. That was on the show. I'd say Sydney, because Sydney
Right.
was in her element. You know what I mean? I think we all agreed going in she was
The most natural outdoors
yeah,
woman.
if not the
Yeah.
strongest, one of the strong, 1A or 1B.
Yeah.
But I'd say Sydney if it was on the show.
Somebody else, from off the
Off
show.
the show.
Not Trent.
Oh, Trent's biggest vacation was probably camping when he was a kid. That's simple.
yeah,
simple
like
Trent.
3 blocks away.
Yeah.
Would you want to go with me?
I'd go with you, Kev. Do you like the outdoors?
No.
No.
Oh,
Are you?
then no.
I don't.
When was the last time you went camping?
When Alex was about 3.
Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
How did Alex do?
she was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fine. When was the last time you went camping before this?
Donnie and I went camping in the desert outside Area
Oh, yeah.
51.
Oh, yeah,
that was miserable. We ended up just sleeping in the car, sleeping off an acid trip in the car. So that was fun. But yeah,
Off a real acid trip in the car.
yeah. That's Area 51, man.
Was it hot?
No, it was freezing. It was
Were
the
you
desert. Yeah, it was night. So
What?
the desert gets super cold at night. So we were in Nevada. It was like 100 degrees during the day.
No way.
And then at night it was like I
didn't know that. I feel really
48 or
stupid.
something, like close to 30.
What was your problem? Were you just paranoid? Were you so scared?
Oh, we were good. We were fine, but it was just cold. We had a tent. We made
Yeah.
a tent, and we tried to it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. I feel like I always bring up the one time I did it.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like, just be like,
That was
you
my
know,
next question. How often have you done that?
you know, I hang out with Donnie and we do drugs. So
Okay, can you give us your scream?
I can't naturally give my scream.
You can't
I mean,
naturally give it?
I can't forcibly give my scream. It has to be natural. I can't control it.
Somebody
So
has to scare the shit out of you to give that?
Yeah,
Has
or
to be
just like
Aspire?
it's just a natural. It's like a shiver down, or it's a shiver up the spine that results with a scream coming out of my. But it's a very manly.
I don't know. Did you think it was very manly?
no, like when there's a good scene in episode 2 when he's getting into the tub and he shrieks, and Rowan was like, "Was that a female scream or was that Tommy?" Because it legit sounded like a female scream.
I did also have which I forgot. I forgot until I watched it back, but I do sometimes, and I just go, huh? just like a nervous, like just gotta exude a little bit of air and like get.
So
get
if you
the
were at the
nerves
gym,
out.
somebody would know you were getting in the ice cold water.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
went to. There's this Russian and Turkish bathhouse down in Fidei, and there's like an ice cold freezing tub, and I scream like a girl when I go in there for sure.
Do they come kick you out?
No. They say, oh, there's Tommy.
Learning to be man.
Yes.
Young
To
boy.
put some hair on his chest.
Yeah. Your testicles grow big.
Yeah, what was it like getting in that blood water?
The part digging through was worse than like the because once it was the dunk tank, it's like, all right, well, I was just in that, but like the picking up of the cow heads and stuff was like,
Yeah, was that a real cow head?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they were all real things
that
in
were-
there?
Yeah, that was all real like cow heads and stuff. So that was gross. I didn't feel like digging through there.
No.
And I did have,
Did it
as I
smell?
mentioned recently, I had an ingrown toenail, so I wasn't sure how that was going to affect with
Oh,
a
that's
possible infection.
disgusting, yeah.
So I wanted to just be out of there.
Yeah. You didn't mention that you had an ingrown toenail.
I mentioned it, I think.
You
when I
did?
got in.
Oh, I
asked
didn't hear you
Rose.
say.
Yeah.
Gross.
It was quick.
Yeah. Okay. So, and what was the water like where you had to, where it was thicker? Was that when you jumped? Was that when you got dumped?
Yeah,
in
I
it?
guess that might have been a little thicker.
Yeah.
That was just, I mean, honestly, like we had the suits on.
Yeah,
so,
but your feet weren't open.
Yeah, our feet
And
were
water, it could go
open.
up inside.
Yeah. So it just felt gross.
Did they
like,
make you? Sorry, did they make you wear the suits for safety reasons, or was it
because
because they kind of ruined the
right.
sink?
Yeah, I guess safety reasons. I don't
And
know.
it just dropped right off. It just slid right off, so you couldn't really see it
Yeah,
sliming on
yeah.
there.
Smitty
But I
almost got
imagined it was stuck
paralyzed.
on your legs. Yeah.
Yeah, Smitty went feet first in the dunk tank, and it was
Yeah, he just stood there like.
like his spine absorbed the
Yeah.
shock and just.
God. Ew. Okay, so now should I ask him the 2 questions about the, like, do I do a segment into it?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Just say last 2. I have
Yeah.
2 final questions.
Okay. So I have 2 final questions for you. One of them is if there was something that you've always wanted to ask your mom that you wanted to know about her, but couldn't, like you couldn't bring yourself to ask it. Could you ask me? Like, is there something about your mom you would want to know about your mom, but you would never ask her, but you could ask me?
I for both my parents, like I don't, you wouldn't be able to answer this, but I mean I guess, but like I just sometimes wonder like what, like in their 20s, like did they go on dates and stuff? Like my parents didn't get married till like 35. Like they met each other at 31. I don't need to hear about their sex lives obviously, but like I do wonder, like they were both young, like or my dad lived at home, but my mom would like a story like, were you going on dates on like a Friday night with like any relationships? So I guess that's like weird to ask that. You would not be able to answer that.
No,
on
I would
behalf
not
of
be able
my
to answer
mom.
that. But I bet they did.
Yeah.
I would hope.
Yeah.
When you and the Mister were dating, what did the dates look like?
Well, they were like real dates.
Yeah. Where did you guys go? Did you go like Dave and Buster's, or
No.
what was the move
No.
back then?
Well, since I'm from Oklahoma City, it's kind of small. So we just had like local restaurants.
Okay.
And there'd always be like, we never had like multiple big bars we could get at clubs and stuff. There'd always be like one popular one that everybody went to.
Yeah.
So we'd usually go eat and then hit that later.
Okay.
But it'd be like a phone call date. I didn't have a cell phone.
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of times I'd be like, I better stay at home, wait for the damn phone call.
Yeah. Did you have a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Back in,
Miss it. Otherwise, you'd come home and you'd have to listen, rewind your cassette thing, and it'd be like,
I remember calling like girls' houses, and their parents would answer, and I was like,
is so-and-so
Sarah
there?
I told her, yeah.
Yeah, well, how old were you when you got your first cell phone?
Like 16, 15 when I was started to drive.
That's when you got your cell phone?
Yeah,
What about
yeah.
you?
I was like 9 or 10, but I was probably the same year.
An iPad kid.
I just got like a flip Samsung flip
Yeah.
phone. It's when I started
Well-
walking home from school by myself.
That's probably all there was a flip phone.
Right. It was
Yeah.
like the Samsung, very basic flip up.
Okay. And here's the other question. I got to pull it up. Okay. Is it good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's better if it stayed frozen. You guys kind of
Yeah,
melted.
some
I
of the
think the
gummies roll
alcohol
up.
the alcohol melted it really fast.
There's alcohol in it?
It's 10:25. You have to tell them.
PM.
Oh, I asked him early. I said, "Do you want alcohol in it?" And he said, "Hell yeah."
I was walking by the kitchen at like 8:30. I was like, yeah, I'll take that.
And Tommy's like, "I don't think so." He still has his coffee going over there.
I'm an early bird. I've been up.
Yeah. Okay, so is there anything in your life that you're struggling with right now or that you need advice on that I can help? Or everything's just rosy?
I'm looking to get more problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking
Any
for some-
girl problems I need to answer for you? Give you some advice on?
no.
We're a
No?
couple guys like us.
Honestly, I'm a little offended. I might walk out right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like, these
yeah.
us two?
Oh, hey, Michael Jordan, do you need any basketball advice?
Yeah.
did-
I'll keep that in mind, kid.
I did notice you all were holding hands during the show. I thought that was so sweet. Are you that close of friends?
It was, yeah. Well,
No.
it was strategy.
Oh, it was strategy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to catch you walking up and down the street holding hands.
No, I was just trying to be funny. I thought it would be less suspicious to hold hands, which is 10 times more suspicious.
right.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
It did bring back a good memory. Like when my son was really little, Alex would probably kill me for doing this. But I remember walking through the mall and they held hands, he and his little bud, and I was like, that is so
You know what I used to do as a
cute.
kid is when like both my parents hold my hands and they would swing me
Yes.
up on like a curb or something.
Wasn't that so
That was
fun?
amazing.
When I was a kid, my brother threw a rock at my head. So I got the scar on my forehead. If you
Seriously?
can see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to impress a girl though, so I don't blame him. Like, I would probably have done that too.
Nothing girls love more
No.
than throwing rocks at kids.
Hey, you want to see my little brother bleed from his face?
I'm really nice. Watch me knock my brother out.
Cool. I was like 3, and he was like 4, 5. So
Oh, that's even
That's what you're
worse.
doing.
That
Yeah.
he thought that way at 4 and that you were that little. That you
kids are violent. What can I say?
Okay, well, thank you guys very much, and I wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the show.
Thank you
for
Thank you for
having
having us. Yep. Thank you for the swamp water.
job, guys.
It's good.
It is.
I wish I knew there was alcohol in it. I'm
There's a lot of alcohol,
I'm
actually.
6 months sober.
Bullshit.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, Alex. God. Well, I didn't understand why Owen wasn't drinking the drink I took the other day.
Tell you that.
Yeah, no one told me, and I was like,
wouldn't have known that.
you wouldn't have known that?
With Owen, no.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. I felt like such an idiot.
I've asked Jersey Jerry, who obviously
Yeah.
has a problem. Like, I've been like, hey, Jerry, like, can you do that? And he's like, I can't. Like, sorry, I kind of forgot.
Do
Like,
the whiskey tasting with
yeah,
you?
I just forget sometimes.
So did you
Like,
really used to like whiskey? Like that was your drink?
I mean, I like Jameson. Like, I would
Yeah.
do, like, before I would go on stage and do stand-up, I'd do, like, a shot of Jameson. You know what I mean? Because I thought I looked cool. But it was also, like, I felt like I had a good buzz going with just one shot. You weren't too drunk. You were just, like, a good,
Yeah.
warm and loose. But, yeah, I like whiskey a lot.
Yeah, before
Definitely.
Tylenol PM, my mom would drink a cognac every night. Like she'd have this little cognac right by her bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My my old roommate, he was from a small town, and before bed, he would like do the exact same thing. And I was like, this is just like an alcoholic. Like, you're just an alcoholic.
That's what I thought.
It's just sleep. It was like, no, you're just an alcoholic. There's other ways you can sleep. But
No, back then there wasn't other
True,
ways.
true.
Yeah, back then there was not like
Now,
Tylenol, but
yeah,
now,
now,
I think
yeah.
back then it'd be like a real live like sleeping pill or whatever.
back then, the answer to everything was alcohol. It's like, just take a shot.
It was. Do you know what I used to put on my kids' teeth when they teethed?
little whiskey.
Crown Royal.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Crown Royal because that's what my husband drank. But
The purple bag is
You love to ingest people with alcohol
I do.
against their will.
the purple bag is a white trash safety deposit box. The little
Oh,
Crown
yeah, no,
Royal
no,
bag. I keep
yeah.
all my goodies in there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's also a good coin bag.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Yeah,
for coins, you put it. Okay, yeah.
Us simple people love putting
Yeah.
valuables in it.
Some of the girls back in the day, a long time ago, when their boyfriend would drink that, they would make him a quilt out of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And kind of silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, that was fun. I learned a lot about them on their competition level.
Yeah, definitely. They are. I love those two. They're pretty funny.
They are
They're
funny.
Witty. They're like friends, and they're just funny. They're fun. They're so much fun to watch on TV. So I'm glad you had them on. That was a good idea.
Yeah, they're kind of snaky and druggy.
I actually agree, Tommy. The acid thing was hilarious.
That was funny.
So funny. He just like slid it in there. Like
Yeah,
he
that was
telling
kind of
me-
like, wait, what did he say?
Yeah, it's like I'm going to get an apple, but instead he was like, I just dropped acid and I was sleeping off an acid trip, which was just going to be a phenomenal clip. But Tommy Smokes, what I do agree with, he's not a snake. He does what he tells you.
But if I were to do exactly what he did when I watched him on that show I would feel like the biggest snake.
Oh no, I think he plays the game perfect.
He does play it really well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He would be my first kickoff.
Would be my first kickoff too.
But I understand why Vibbs didn't. That's very smart.
Well, no, I don't because I kind of wanted to say that like if someone's getting on your nerves, you know he's going off sooner or later. So get rid of the hardest guy first.
No, it wasn't nerves though. Billy wanted Vibbs gone. So,
Oh, that's right, that's
so
right.
He had to
Yeah.
be Tommy, and they had a little alliance, like they're actually friends.
Yeah.
So he knew if Tommy had the stick next to kick somebody off, Tommy's not kicking Vibbs off. Billy would.
Okay.
So that it does make sense.
Yeah.
Okay, go catch up on Most Dangerous Games. Also, this is what I was going to say earlier. I remember it now. Follow us on Instagram because that's where you will find the cocktail of the week.
Which will be swamp water this week.
Correct. So that's where they can find the recipe and make it for their friends. All right, everybody have a great week. We love you guys. See you next week.
See you next week.